Now that the Allies had successfully secured an area in France, Germany faced a war on two fronts in Europe. The Soviets had the Nazis on the run, if you remember, pushing back from Stalingrad, and the Allies are advancing eastward toward Berlin. By August, the Allies had liberated Paris, and the Germans began to doubt their Führer, which was, of course, the name that they used for Hitler. As a matter of fact, Operation Valkyrie was an attempt to assassinate Hitler, but it failed. This may have been led by Desert Fox, if you remember, the commander in charge of the campaign in northern Africa for Germany. The assassination attempt that failed added to Hitler's feeling of invincibility. He thought now that nobody could stop him, and he had all the German leaders associated with the assassination attempt executed. The attempt was using a bomb, of course, and this is just a little diagram showing where it went off and how the assassination was supposed to work. However, as I said, it failed. Hitler's not done. He makes a desperate attempt to break through Allied lines coming back towards France. This is known as the Battle of the Bulge because it forced the Allied forces to kind of bulge out. However, they did not break through the lines, and weather once again played a role. As soon as the weather improved, Allied forces were able to continue their air assault. So with tremendous effort by U.S. soldiers in places like Bastogne, which is in Belgium, the Allied pushed back the Germans and kept going towards Germany. Hitler used up his resources and his morale, and his army simply could not recover. So the Allies continue to push forward towards Berlin. Meanwhile, by January, the Soviets stood right outside of Berlin. The U.S. had overrun Italy and also crossed over the Rhine. Mussolini had tried to flee Italy in an attempt to escape, but he was captured. He and his mistress were killed, beaten, and displayed in the public. Hitler, in pure desperation, went crazy. He had nowhere to run. He was trapped between the Russians and the Allied forces in the West, and he ended up committing suicide in his bunker. May 7th, 1945, Germany surrenders, and this is known as VE Day. V for victory, E for Europe. In the next video, we'll talk about the campaign going on in the Pacific.